What's up, everyone? Today I'm down at my favorite yard, and every time I come here I find something new. A lot of times it's another Ford Mustang that was squirreled away somewhere, a lot of Opel GTs here. A lot of times I get lucky and I find myself another Mopar, but it's very rare that I spot another Buick in here. And in this case we have two. One, a 1970 Buick Skylark of some sort, maybe a GS, it's hard to say. The grill is gone. It was very badly hit in the rear end, although the rear axle is still in it. We come over here and we have what looks like a 67 GS. Two GS, well, it's hard to say what this is, but most likely this is a Skylark. We can look at this in a little bit, but it's scattered in here. We have a Plymouth sitting right there, you know, we have a truck behind us. You know, you can find all kinds of stuff all scattered throughout. There's an E-body somewhere around there, I believe, but I have never actually spotted either one of these cars before. Normally this gets, you know, pretty heavily overgrown, and all in all this car is fairly well intact as far as what we can see from this angle. We'll walk around it a little bit to kind of get a better idea. I did knock the snow off of this. It's more ice than anything else right now, and I haven't looked to see if it has an engine or if, you know, what engine's in it at this point. I do know, looking at the front, it is a GS. So this is most likely something like a 67 GS. And this is, to me, absolutely awesome find. But let's go ahead, pop the hood, and see if it has an engine and what engine it is inside there. Also, we'll look at this one in a second too. Now, I haven't seen what's inside here yet. I was happy enough to be able to even get the thing to open up. But we do have an engine, and it is a 4-barrel. Let's go ahead and pop that open a little bit more and have you take a look. It's pretty much intact. You have everything still in here. You have your voltage regulator out back, your alternator. Nothing's been scavenged off this engine, which is kind of part of course for these. There's an old LeSabre about 7-8 cars that away, 350 4-barrel carb. This guy here, and again, the actual inside of this car is in really good shape. And a vehicle like this, it's a big unknown. Springtime, I'll keep this in my mind. In springtime, I'll come back out and I'll write my name and my number on a car that I want. And if they ever get back this far, I have them on a couple of these cars in here. If they ever get back this far, you know, I get the opportunity to take a look before they scrap it. But it looks like it's fairly well intact. We'll go to the other side. You can't really get inside. The door is locked. But you can see through here, through quarter panels, you may need a little bit, obviously, down below, but otherwise a pretty solid car up above. But an old GS nonetheless. And unfortunately, it looks like pretty much everything that you would want to save off the front of this, your bezels, as well as your bumper. This piece of trim right here is still in good shape, so that's something that we can save. We clean this off. I don't see a bump in the hood here, so that leads me to believe that this is just a Skylark, not a GS. Let's see what we got underneath the hood, though. I would assume it's a 350. All right, let's see what we got here. It looks like a 350 to me, but yep. Nothing fancy underneath here. No hot shot stuff, but you just never know. You want to keep these things inside your mind too. I didn't even know these were in here, but we'll catalog this in my inventory. We'll come to the back of this one. This one is in remarkably good shape. It still has all of its badges. Oh, this side is far worse. Okay, what does the trunk look like? Looks like someone already popped it open. All right, let's see what else we can find in the yard today. Another Buick that I didn't know about, and I actually walked by this thing a bunch of times. An old 340 LeSabre. Again, almost all original. Great little car. Fantastic. We are running out of daylight, so let's see what else we can find before it's too late. Unfortunately, most of these cars, there's not really much left of them, and definitely not a lot of that is salvageable. But around here somewhere we should be able to find an old LeSabre. I think if we enter over here, yep, here we go. Again, she's an older one. This one, if I remember correctly, other than the fact that the windows were left open, is in fairly good condition. Pretty intact up front. The snow is going to make it hard to open the hood. We're going to try to knock this stuff off. Try to get it into big clumps. There we go. This is the same yard I pulled that 8 3/4 out of sorry about that, out of old E-body. Doesn't help that this is a little overgrown. All right, it's about as good as we're probably gonna get. But even the fenders on this car look to be in pretty good shape. This is a LeSabre custom. I'm curious to see when the last time this was on the road. 96. So this was taken off the road in 1996. Long enough for trees to start growing on it. See if we can't sneak by here before we open the trunk. Kind of get an idea. Okay. It still has the oh, what's that going on over here? Nope, that's not part of the car. Okay. So this might be a car that's salvageable. It's a bit tough to get it out of where it is, but at least it's kind of feasible. Now, if you guys want to see me come down and try starting this thing, comment section down below. When it gets a little bit nicer, we could definitely give it a shot. Bring his chainsaw down, clear out some of these trees. But as you can see, she's a little worse for wear on the inside. Unfortunately, with the windows taken out of it, or maybe those, I don't know what those are, if that's it, but this one has the hood latch on the inside. No, that's not happening today. But yeah, this one's actually a pretty complete car. So comment section below if you want me to see if I can start this up. Curious to see what's inside of it, but with the amount of snow on it, if it was up front, I could at least force it. If I had someone else here with me, we could force it, but me by myself, I could pull on that and it's just not gonna, it's not gonna move. But yeah, every time I come here, I knew about this one. This one's actually a pretty solid car. But all right, let's get out of here. It's getting dark, and I don't want to meet the coyotes and whatever big freaking critters walking around with paw prints about the size of my palm. So I don't want to meet him in the dark. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Real quick, I want to just kind of see what else was in the yard here. And yeah, if you want to see me try starting this old girl up when it gets a little bit nicer, comment section down below. Maybe we can pull this out of here someday. This one is, at least you can see daylight, so this one has a snowball's chance. All right, guys, have yourselves a beautiful day. Remember, as always, keep your shiny side up. God bless.